Okay, by now you've probably seen a video or an article or some Facebook, Twitter post saying that all the money you give to Black Lives Matter just goes straight to Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. And the evidence for this, they say, is... Hold on. The evidence, they say, is at opensecrets.org. Now, opensecrets.org is a nonpartisan PAC and nonprofit sort of watchdog site. I trust it. I think most people trust it. So Republicans are using opensecrets.org to say that Black Lives Matter, the money you give to Black Lives Matter doesn't go to Black Lives Matter, it goes to ACTBLUE. And the chart that they use from Open Secrets, if I can finally find it, the chart that they use is at the bottom of the expenditures page, 2018 cycle. You can see that there's 1,136,000,000 contributions, and then there's all this incidental stuff, media and fundraising, salaries, administrative. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. The right-wing sites like to say this. This is the proof that the money you give to Black Lives Matter, and you go to Black Lives Matter website and you click donate, and ActBlue shows up. And if you go here, you see that ActBlue just gives all that money to the Democrats. Or if we go to the more recent year, a little bit more specific, all that money goes to Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. That is just simply not true. This is a table of vendors who use ActBlue to facilitate their donation gathering. So Bernie Sanders raised $186 million through ActBlue. He's a vendor of ActBlue. The money goes to ActBlue, who facilitates it, and then it comes out of ActBlue and goes to Bernie 2020. And how do we know that that's true? How do we know that Black Lives Matter doesn't just funnel all of the money to Bernie and Biden? Well, you can see this. PAC to party. So ActBlue is a PAC. We don't have data for 2020 yet, but we'll go to 2018, and we'll see how much money did they give. How much money did ActBlue give to any party? Well, it says here $15,000 to Democrats. That is not 85 million or 135 million. This is based on data released by the FEC. And this is the data that opensecrets.org is publishing. They gave $15,000 to the Democrats. That is not the same thing as that other table that said 135 million to Bernie Sanders. You go back to 2016, and what do you see? $5,000. The expenditures page here has where do they spend all their money, and these are the vendors who use their services. Black Lives Matter is probably way down on this list because they don't get as much money as Kamala Harris or Bernie Sanders in 2016. They're not in the top 10. Now you can see donors. You can see who gave more than $200 on this website. You can also see recipients, and you can see total contributions from this PAC to federal candidates in 2016. What does it say at Open Secrets? $0. 2018. What does it say? Total contributions from this PAC to federal candidates, $0. 2020, probably don't have that information yet. So far, $0. This is also true of WinRed. WinRed is the Republican version of ActBlue. Did they give any money to any federal candidates in 2020? So far, nope. 2018, so far, nope. 2016, so far, 2016, nope. Where are their expenditures? Who's getting all the money that's donated to them? They weren't even around in 2016. We'll go to 2018. They weren't around in 2018, I don't think. 2020. So far, here's all their expenditures for lodging and salaries and all that. WinRed has given $70 million to that campaign, $35 million for that one, $23 for that one. That doesn't mean that the money came from people and then was funneled to these. $23 million were given to the Republican National Committee. Probably slightly more than that because they have to take some of it for their costs. And you can see this in these charts. You can see it. Well, I'm getting lost here. Summary. In 2020, WinRed got $234 million and spent $234 million. That means that the money they got in got sent out to where it belongs. That's pretty good. You don't want to see these two bar graphs really far apart because that means they're maybe wasting a lot of money. Go look at the ActBlue version of this page. What do you see? Well, a lot more money donated for many more years, but the two bar graphs are very close. You can do the math. They get $1,612,000,000 in, and where does the money go? Well, it goes back to the people who get donated at almost 100%. So this whole ActBlue conspiracy theory is just bogus. If you're going to use open secrets to prove that BLM just funnels money to the Democrats, well, use the other information on opensecrets.org, and it will disprove it. People just don't know how to understand this website. Anyway, goodbye.